also put into perspective what are the key stocks that you guys need to watch out for as we head into the budget. Varinder is here with us. He's crunched down the numbers for you. Varinder, the key stocks that we need to keep on our radar?
Well, the first stock, no prices for guessing, of course, will be ITC. Now, if the excise duty hike is less than 10%, it will be good for ITC. If it is over 12%, it will be bad for ITC. So these are the two numbers to watch out for. ONGC, Oil India, the upstream companies, there's a huge expectation this time that they could be cut in cess, which is currently at 20% to as low as 8 to 10%, because whatever they did last time in order to go to ad valorem is going against these companies. So if that happens, there could be nearly 14-15% EPS upgrade for upstream companies like ONGC. EPS, a cut in excise duty on fuel may come after the 9th round of uptake in terms of excise hike done by the government. So watch out for upstream, watch out for downstream companies like all the OMCs in that regard. Agrochemicals, there's a strong buzz on the street that there could be high import duty which could be imposed on some of the agrochemicals this time. So all the domestic producers like Relis, UPL, these could be the PI industries and all could be importantly watched for. If the corporate tax is cut by 1 to 2%, all the sectors where there are no exemptions which are there in the market, so sectors like real estate, sectors like media, housing finance companies, consumer durables, companies like Z, you can have DLF, you can have Havells, Crompton Greaves. These are the companies, housing finance companies like India World Housing Finance and all, they will benefit if the corporate tax is cut. Housing finance, of course, if the deduction on interest on housing is increased, then some of the brokerages are saying that increase of 2 lakh to 2.5 lakh rupees will lead to EPS uptake of 2% for LSE housing finance and 5% uptake for stock price. That is one thing to watch out for. Fertilizers, if there is increase in subsidy abound from 70,000 crores to whatever, if there is increase, that could be potentially good news for some of these fertilizers. If the announcement comes on scrapping of old commercial vehicles, watch out for Ashok Leyland. That is positive for that positive for that stock. BSU Bank recapitalization, we all know that this year we are expecting that the BSU Bank recap will be 10,000 crores. If anything above that comes, that honestly for me will be a surprise, but keep an eye on that. Universal Basic Income Scheme, not highly will not get implemented this year, but even if there is some announcement in terms of UBI which would come in, then Deutsche Bank is saying that it could be positive for Dabur, ITC, Imami, all the consumer durable companies. Keep an eye on PSU dividends. Today also we have seen how there was huge dividend which was given by IOC, Oil India. So under the non-tax receipts of the government, the PSU dividend will be important to watch out for. I think last year it was nearly 53,000 crores. What was the income, what the government derived from all these PSUs? So if you have a figure higher than 54,000 crores, that could be good for some of these. There is a lot of buzz which is going around that all these sick PSUs, there will be something which will be coming in that. So all these companies like ITI, MTNL, STC, MMTC, or even today we heard about IFCI. If there is some announcement in terms of recapitalizing, doing something strategic for these companies, could be important to watch out for. If there's higher service tax to bring the crude prices or the ATF prices closer to the potential GST rate, that could be negative for the airline companies. So these are the important ones. But most importantly, of course, will be ITC, Oil India, ONGC, and agrochemicals of fertilizers.
Okay, Varinder, thanks a lot for that. We don't have to wait for too long now, less than 24 hours.